All right. We look like we are about live here. Hey, James Hurst with the Marketing Show. Welcome, everyone, to another episode. It's August 6th, 2024, and I've got a special guest with me today, Daniel Chi. How are you, man?
I am great, man. It's so good to see you again. It's
It's
been a
been a
minute.
minute. Been a minute. Guys, so I don't know if you guys know him or not. I've actually I actually met Daniel Chi from the Ecamm Live community, and I just saw that he made a post, and I said, dude, we need to get the word out here. So let me just give you a little bit of background, and then let me just cue over to Daniel, and he'll tell us a little about what he's been teaching lately. So, okay, so let me just share my screen here for a second, and check this out. So for those of you who don't know, I've been using Ecamm Live for maybe 3, 4, 5 years. I don't know. Back in the day when all you could do was either share your screen or use a video on Facebook. Ecamm Live was like the first software that let you do both, and now it lets you do way more. So I'm scrolling Ecamm Live and I see that Daniel's got this event going on. I was checking it out, and next week, August 13th to 15th, he's putting on the Live Producer Playbook. And side note, you guys have seen my production quality, right? You've seen the equipment that I have, the microphone, the setup. I actually have gotten some outside consulting from Daniel, and through many sessions, we've tweaked and made things better. So Daniel, tell us a little bit more about what you've been doing lately. I know you got some things going on with Ecamm and Zoom and consulting on the
Yeah.
side, and now you're doing this producer playbook. So tell us a little bit what you got.
Cool, man. Well, thank you. The world has changed significantly over the past number of years. We all know that. Nobody's going to deny that at all. But one of the things that has come out of that has really been amazing is that people are now going online and they're creating their own content. And so what I started to do many years ago was to help people to create that content, to kind of just I was really behind the scenes, right? And so my
Mm.
clients, I would help and produce their live events. I would help them improve their video, their audio, all of these different aspects of helping them to create content. Because at the end of the day, they're all marketers. They're all
Mm.
salespeople. They all have businesses in which they have services or products or some sort of program that they're looking to offer to their online communities. And I was the person who was helping them to do all of that. And over time, I just realized that, hey, you know what? I've got to create a program around all of this that's really going to simplify, that's going to give people the knowledge and the skills. And I think most importantly, it gives them the confidence to create better looking content. Now,
Absolutely.
I'm going to assume that most of your audience is already creating content of some
Mhm.
sort, whether it's in a typed format or
A lot
maybe
of
they're
video.
already live
A lot of
streaming or
video.
maybe they're creating videos, right? But the ones that are creating video and or even live streaming, what I've noticed is that the people who have leveled up their productions, the people who have improved their video quality, their audio quality, that they're changing, they're basically making people say, "Whoa," and recognizing them. They're looking better, they're looking professional, they're looking sharp, right? It's kind of like a pattern interrupt, which we know in
Hmm.
marketing is very important. And so that's why I've created this new program called the Live Producer Playbook, which is a completely free program. It's a 3-day intensive live training, and it's going
Three
to
hours a
help
day.
people
Three
to
hours a day. That's
either, yeah,
nine
3 hours
total
a day
hours of.
exactly.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah,
That's probably about as much time as we spent together, over the course of a few months to get my system up and running. So, and guys, it's
yeah.
crazy. Like the equipment, the cameras, the lighting, the audio. I've got this huge Rode Procaster thing we're using here, and there's just a lot to know. And no matter how good you get at it, you're still going to be like, hey, your mic's muted, and you just never get over that hump. Sometimes it seems
Oh
like,
man, yeah,
but you just got to roll with it.
totally.
So why don't we take a look at the landing page then for a second? Um,
Sure.
so yeah, if people are interested in going and checking out your completely free, no strings attached. If you can attend these times, you're gonna get a ton of value for free. But then it's the classic. It's the classic. Hey, if you want the VIP upgrade, then there's you can get the upgrade for like $200, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the all access pass really is
The all
for
access pass.
those individuals who cannot attend. That's the first thing, because you'll get the recordings for an entire year. But more importantly, you're going to also get a significant amount of like free downloads, or sorry, downloads included in there. So some of you are going to create like an agency or some sort of a business where you're producing events for others. I'm including a very simple agreement that I use with my clients that helps them to understand what the details are on the offer, and sign on the dotted line and pay you the amount of revenue that you're looking to charge. I've been grateful in that I've been able to increase or create a very significant income over the past several years on a yearly basis by working with some huge names in the industry.
Yeah, I was just noticing some of these people
Through
you're
connections,
working
through
with.
friends and clients, it's been phenomenal. But that all access pass is really, really beneficial to people. So you get the recordings, you get some agreements and contracts, you get some pitch deck templates, and then you also get a hands-on workshop day, which is very unique. It's going to be a systematized training program that is hands-on to get you to understand and realize how to use Ecamm Live and create your productions and your content. Ecamm has been something that James has said he's been using it for years. I've been using it since it started in 2017, and it's been a phenomenal application software that, number one, is extremely powerful. Like, we can produce multi-million-dollar productions using Ecamm Live, but yet at the same time, it's really simple to learn. And so that's really my role with the Live Producer Playbook, is to show you how easy to up-level your content and it actually can be. So, today what I want to do is, not only just promote, but I do want to give back to your community, to you and your community, and just kind of share some quick tips if you're open to that.
I would love that. So you can see the screen. I got both of us up now. I'm kind of on the fly. They call it Ecamm Live because I'm literally changing the scenes on the fly here. You've got some great testimonials and some great clients here. Michael Hive got hit some of his
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Pedro Dio, Katie, she's from Ecamm Live Corporate. But yeah, what would you like to teach the audience today?
I mean, you see the three fine, amazing folks there, and they have leveled up their content. So they use Ecamm Live. They have, some, I'm going to say, a little bit more investment into their equipment, and so do I, as you can see here. But I don't want to intimidate people and say, hey, you've got to get thousands plus dollars cameras and all of these other equipment. I've been able to teach people to create better content simply by using their webcam. So if you have a webcam on your laptop, or an external webcam that you've connected to your computer, or you've got a professional camera, essentially it all has to do with your lighting. And so that's one of the first steps that you can do to create better content, is by improving your lighting. First rule, never have a window behind you. If the light is brighter behind you than on your face, you're going to be all washed out. You're going to be all dark, and nobody's going to be able to see you. So that's the first rule. The easy fix for that is simply do a 180. Turn so that you're looking towards the window. When you're looking at the window, it's a huge softbox, and that softbox is going to give you some really good, natural, even lighting. And if you don't have a window, that's okay as well. You don't have to invest in ring lights or softboxes or anything like that. You could use a couple of lamps and just strategically place them on both sides around 45 degrees from your face, and just strategically place them and increase the brightness or decrease it as needed. Generally speaking, most webcams will automatically adjust their auto exposure. And once you have that, you'll start to see, wow, I'm much more clear. And on top of that, it's not, basically it's a nicer lighting that your audience will be able to see and recognize. So that's the first tip.
You reminded
Just
me, I think one of your
increase your lighting.
bonuses is like this, the gear that you recommend, right? Like you had me go and get this
100%,
this microphone, you got this piece of kit, this, what else did you, certain cables, even down to the cables themselves,
Yeah,
So you
it's
have that
totally
as part
a
of your
gear guide for
gear guide.
producers.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Also, you guys, I have, speaking of gear as well, so I actually have on my website, jameshurst.com, the gear that I use. And I actually need to update it thanks to Daniel, because I've gotten some more stuff here. So if you go to jameshurst.com, so I'm sure you have something like this as well, right? So here's like the Panasonic GH5,
Yeah.
the mic. Oh yeah, we had to get the new. Yeah, I got rid of the Scarlett thanks to I was using the Scarlett. I upgraded to the Procaster. Got rid of the Cloud Lifter. So this needs to be updated. But yeah. So
Yeah.
that's great.
Nice.
So let's see here. Anything else? So you have lighting, and you have obviously the mic. You talk about the microphone, how that's a big, even more
Yeah.
important than video.
Well, that exactly. Audio trumps your video in any situation. Like, how many times have you gone onto YouTube and you see this spectacular looking, sharp, visually appealing production, but the audio's garbage? When the audio is not good, not clear, not crisp, what ends up happening is people are turned off immediately because the visual experience is there, but really we're learning from an auditory perspective when we're watching YouTube videos, right? And so one of the things that you want to do is to make sure, if you had to choose between investing a little bit of money into a new camera or a new microphone, choose the microphone, please.
Oh.
You can always increase the lighting and get your video improved for $10, $20. Whereas the microphone, for as little as even $20, you can get a microphone that will trump the majority of webcam microphones that are built in, and some laptops as well. Now, if you have a MacBook or a MacBook Air or MacBook Pro, those microphones are actually really good, so I don't think you'd really need to upgrade those. But I've just noticed that on every other Windows-based laptop or some really old Macs, the microphones really aren't that great. And especially the built-in microphones to webcams, those definitely are really hollow sounding. Now, it's not a showstopper, but I promise you, there is a difference between, good audio from a microphone, again, as little as $20, and you can go ahead and spend $500 to $1,000, but you honestly don't need to. But as long as you get that microphone closer to your mouth, right, whether it be a lav mic or a broadcast mic, such as the one that James is using, what ends up happening is your audio is clear. And that's the most important part. So that's the second tip, is that. And
Yeah. What kind of
as I
microphone
said,
are you working with right now, today?
I am actually using a wireless microphone right now because I just finished up a couple of calls. So I've got a wireless mic. It's from Rode, and that is just attached to my pocket right now. And I've just got the lav mic set on a headset. So this is usually when I'm going kind of moving around, I'll use this microphone. Right now, we just moved into a brand new studio as well. So I haven't finished the sound treatment in the room, so the echo is a little bit more, but using a microphone like this, in fact, eliminates that echo. So, but in a later today, I'll just set up this broadcast mic here, which is the Rode Procaster. And in the other room, I've got my Shure SM7Bs. So those will be set up a little bit later today. Yeah.
So I'm using the Shure SM7B as well right now.
Yeah, that is probably one of the best microphones to use for that broadcasty, podcasty sound. However, there are some people who don't want it in the view, right? They don't want it in the camera. And then you really shouldn't be using a broadcast microphone because it does have to be close to your face, right? So that's if you do follow my YouTube, follow whatever, it's like I'll create extra videos and talk about the different microphone types. When do you use a shotgun mic? When do you use a lav mic? When do you use broadcast mics? All of these have different needs and uses, but at the end of the day, they're all going to be better than your built-in webcam microphone. And I promise you right now, your audience is going to recognize and notice the difference, and you will capture their attention much more readily than other people who do not and have not invested in that type of equipment.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much to know. But guys, if you're just getting started, whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, there's so much to gain here from attending his live class. Whether you get a couple hours in on one day, it's going to be worth it to sign up. Go to themarketingshow.com/live producer playbook. Okay. And then take a look at what he's got here. It's August 13th to 15th. That's going to be what, next week, right? Or is it?
Yeah,
in
next week.
Next week. Okay. So
No,
carve
it's
out some
next
time
week.
in your calendar.
Yeah.
If getting the upgrade, the VIP pass makes sense, to consider doing that as well. But any final thoughts on what you have to leave my audience with here?
I think that's pretty much it. You know, at the end of the day, your marketing, your services and your products and your knowledge and your skills. And the first step, obviously, yes, you need some of the basic equipment or more advanced equipment. But what I would do is just say this, you just get out there and start doing it, right? The Live Producer Playbook event is targeted towards individuals who want to create their own content, create their own live events, or even remote produce for other clients. You know, that's an option because really at the end of the day, it's the same process. It's the same type of equipment. So you're going to learn all of that inside of this one event itself. And as marketers, you know, you need to continuously improve on yourself internally and externally, and you also are going to create better and more content. And by using Ecamm Live, it allows you to do the same things that you just saw James do. Like, folks, I don't know if you've met James or you've seen how his process works, but it took James about 8 minutes to create all of the stuff that you've seen happening today. He created the 3 scenes, one with himself, one with both of us. He created the ticker at the bottom. He created the share screen. And you also saw live as we were, you know, he was showing the shared screen. He created the little extra overlay with me in it and moved it around. You know, this is something that
On the fly.
it's very, very easy to learn, and you can do it. I know you can do it. And the Ecamm Live is the best software that I've ever used and the
It's so
easiest
affordable
software
too,
to be
right?
able to
It's
get
so
started.
affordable for what it is.
Yeah,
What does Ecamm cost
absolutely.
these days? What does Ecamm cost these days?
You know, it varies, but right now there are promotions. I mean, if you go to the Live Producer Playbook, there's an option for you to even invest in Ecamm Live, but it's as low as what the pro level for you to do a little bit more of the advanced stuff as low as $32 a month.
Oh yeah, it's very affordable for what
Yeah.
you're getting. So
Yeah.
guys, let's just leave you with that. Let's leave you with those tips and tricks. themarketingshow.com/live producer playbook. And thanks, Daniel, for being my coach with getting my thing set up. And for all, and actually, I didn't even say how we first met. Was I had published a question in the group, and you had just helped me out for free, and that's a great way to give first, and then establish those relationships. So thank you as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, guys,
Yeah.
take care.
No, you've been
We'll hope
great.
to see you next week on. I'm going to try to tune in if I can as well, and we'll see you guys next week, huh? Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
you got it.